Yes, lads and ladies, how's it going? Max here and welcome back to another video on my channel. Hopefully you guys are doing well on this fine Tuesday afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. Today we're going to be talking about the Tottenham's transfers and the way the window came to a close, with Tottenham managing to pull through with 6 genuinely decent signings, I'd love to say. I'm happy with all of the signings that we've made. We've managed to improve the team. We've managed to actually go strength to strength and sign a massive name and players that will actually improve the squad going forward. We've managed to sign a left back, right back, centre mid, goalkeeper, Gareth Bale and another striker. Like, who would have thought it? Who would have actually be sitting here right now? Not me. Thinking Spurs have come out the transfer window in a positive attitude. And probably the best transfer window I can actually recall, probably out of my lifetime. That is a massive statement, I know, but when you talk of the players we've signed Matt Doherty at right back, who had a brilliant season last season for Wolves. Definitely someone I reckon that is going to end up competing with Sergio Reyna like we saw against Manchester United, and obviously pushing to play, and he gets up and down the wing, he can create chances, he can even get on the score sheet. Even Sergio Reyna scoring a goal the other day against United. So Matt Doherty coming from Wolves, he's going to be absolutely buzzing, and it's definitely a position that we needed to fill, that right hand side. So Matt Doherty at right back, brilliant signing. Him and Sergio Reyna. I'm actually really happy to keep Sergio Reyna because I know a lot of people thought he might have been going out on loan or actually completing a move elsewhere. I think there was talk he might have even been going back to PSG, but God knows, I'm just glad that never happened. I'm glad Dele Alli never ended up leaving either, which is also a massive boost to the squad because on his day, Dele Alli can be brilliant as well. On the other side of the pitch, you've obviously got Ben Davies upgrade. We've got Sergio Reguilon, or however you say his name, Reguilon, I don't know. There's going to be plenty of Spurs players and names chucked around because I have no idea how you actually pronounce it. I'm sure many of you in the comment section will be able to help me out with that one. I'm just going to call him Sergio. He's a little whiz kid. He whips up and down that left-hand side from what we've seen in his first 3 games or so. Against Newcastle, he was bombing up and down. Against Man United, he didn't stop running, and that's exactly what we're going to want to see. We just want to see players fighting for the shirt, running up and down that wing, and obviously creating chances. He scored a goal. He didn't score a goal, sorry. He nearly scored a goal against Chelsea, but he did get an assist when Eric Lamela, ball got floated over the top. I'm sure you've all seen it, and Lamela tucked it home nicely, and that obviously we ended up winning on penalties, which is obviously something else that's been good for us recently, because we don't win penalty shootouts. But Sergio Reguilon, obviously another massive signing. There might not have been many people that had heard of him, or the ones that had have just been from FIFA who say, yeah, he got a team of the season last year, he must be decent. But definitely a massive addition, and what we've seen so far, he's settled in brilliantly, and he's going to be a great player for Tottenham Hotspur. We managed to sign the Danish centre-mid or defensive midfielder Heiberg from Southampton for literally pennies, because obviously Kyle Walker-Peters ended up going the other way. And that was an absolute brilliant signing, and obviously see you later Kyle Walker-Peters. Nothing against the lad, I just don't think he was good enough. And being able to bring in, especially Southampton's captain at the time, Emil Heiberg, who's literally been an absolute rock in the middle of the park. He loves to break up the play, switch the play left to right. He can even do a forward pass. I'm going to use that United game once again because obviously we were outstanding. Forward pass to Sergio Reyna, first time by the way, and obviously Aurier managed to put that in the back of the net. So he's going to be a massive addition to the squad going forward, because it's nice to have a player that you can actually rely on, and someone that's going to get stuck into tackles and shout at other players. You can see, but he was a captain for a reason. I'm not sure if he's been captain of the Danish side before, but definitely for Southampton, he shouts every time. He hasn't got the ball, he wants to break the play up, he wants to get involved, he can see a pass, he's got vision, he's a big lad as well. You know where I'm going with this. He's a great sign, and it's someone, especially when you're talking for absolute peanuts, and someone that you can actually rely on in centre mid. He's going to be excellent going forward, and even the first few games that we've seen, he's been absolutely brilliant, and he's one of the first names on the team sheet for me when you're saying that centre mid role, because recently we've looked a bit weak there. And I genuinely think he's going to be brilliant going forward. Moving on to the goalkeeper position now, you guys could argue it was a bit of a strange one. Obviously with Paulo Gazzaniga still in the Spurs side, but Joe Hart ended up coming in. And you know what? I'm actually really happy with this signing, because if you guys have seen any of the behind the scenes, you will know that Joe Hart is someone that will motivate other players, and he'll help lift other players when they're down, and he knows how to obviously do a team talk, and he's one of those players. He's definitely been brought in just to lift everyone and motivate everyone. And Mourinho will know about this. Mourinho is obviously a long-term admirer of Joe Hart, and that is a reason that he's in the squad. There is obviously transfer news that Gaza could be on his way out. He could be going on loan. He's actually apparently been linked with Liverpool, apparently, after Alisson obviously being out for 6 weeks, and obviously them having that absolute mare against Aston Villa. But I don't want to see him going anywhere, especially selling to your rivals. You don't really want to see that. But Joe Hart, it's a good signing. I'm happy with it. We ended up even signing another striker from Brazil, from Benfica, 25-year-old Carlos Vinicius, I believe is how you pronounce his name. I know he's already been pictured in training with Lucas, and obviously he's been welcomed to the club, and hopefully it stays that way. He's not someone who's going to want to sit on the bench week in, week out, and I know that's going to be difficult when you've got someone like Harry Kane up front, but he's coming from Benfica. I believe he scored 24 goals last season, so he knows where the back of the net is, and finally, it's about time we've actually brought in another striker. It takes a bit of pressure off Harry Kane as well. Not even the fact that he's going to have to compete with him, just the fact to just take a bit of pressure off of Kane's shoulders. I know Kane obviously wants to play all the time, but when we are playing these teams in the Europa League, or we've got 3 games in like 2 games in 4 days or something, I mean, our fixture list has been absolutely ridiculous. So it's never going to hurt having more strikers in the club. I know you've got Son who can play up front, and he'll sometimes play Lucas and even Dele up there, even though he hasn't played recently. But it was good to see him come on against United. But another out-and-out striker is what we've been crying out for so long now. So long. And it's good to finally get one. I just hope that he hits the ground running. I'm sure every Spurs fan will be getting behind him, because he looks like another happy character. And that's what Mourinho seems to be doing in the changing room now. Bringing in characters that are going to lift the squad, motivate the squad, and bringing in someone that's young, big, he's 6'3", he can throw his weight about, so he's not going to be scared to go into a challenge, and he's not going to be scared to put the ball in the back of the net. I can guarantee you that. He's going to hit the ground running, and I can't wait to see him in a Spurs shirt. Finally, the one that everyone was waiting for during the transfer window, when Fabrizio Romano, I believe that's how you say his name, the journalist on Twitter, he was causing riots out of every Spurs fan across the whole of social media when he started talking about the one and only Gareth Bale and his return to Tottenham Hotspur. I can't actually describe, I can't put it into words how happy I am that he's actually come back to Spurs. When he actually got pictured flying across, and when he was actually, the videos of him driving into the training ground, and Spurs fans were still worried at the time, even after seeing him drive into the training ground, still worried that he hadn't actually been seen or announced yet. It's only because they announced him and Sergio Reyna at the same time. It was literally moments apart that they announced those 2 players. But Bale coming back is obviously going to boost absolutely everyone. And he's already been pictured and videoed, and you can see him in the stand and how much it meant to him when we beat Chelsea. And obviously everyone loves beating Chelsea. I know that's why you'd celebrate it anyway. But just to see him like ecstatic and celebrating and buzzing, you know he just can't wait. You can't wait. You know he can't wait to put the golf club down and get back on the football pitch where he belongs. He's going to be playing hopefully against West Ham, and Gareth Bale will be back in a Spurs shirt and all guns blazing. I'm sure he can't wait to get out there. Him, Son and Kane up top is going to be the lethal trio in the Premier League. It's going to be the best front 3. Trust me now, hear me now. Bale, as long as he doesn't get injured, we will have the best front 3 in the Premier League, even Europe. I'm not even scared to say that. I'm putting it out there. Anyone wants to challenge that, then go ahead. Salah, Mane, Firmino, brilliant, and obviously that's why they won the Champions League. But there's no reason why, if Gareth Bale hits the ground running, especially with the form Kane's on and Son's on, no doubt, we'll be able to wipe teams. We will be able to wipe the floor. There's even talks that we might boost the centre-back position. I know we didn't end up getting Skriniar, or however you pronounce his name. Sorry if anyone's actually professional at pronouncing names. But we didn't end up signing him, unfortunately, which would have been a 10-10 window. Would have absolutely been amazing. Would have blew any window out of the park. I mean, it has already. For me, it's a 9 out of 10. I'm putting it out there. 9 out of 10 transfer window. But Joe Rodon from Swansea, I don't know too much about him other than being a championship beast, and everyone who I've mentioned to says that he's a brilliant centre-back and he's someone that wants to learn. He actually says in an interview that he would header a brick. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't actually do that. That might hurt. But that could end up being another good signing, and because he's a Championship club, it means we can still sign him after the transfer window. So I think you've still got like another week to be able to sign players like that. But there we have it. That wraps up my transfer video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Let me know who your favourite signing is other than Gareth Bale, because everyone's going to be buzzing over that one, obviously. Hopefully you guys have a great day, evening, morning, whenever. Have a day off. Take care. See you soon, guys. Thanks for watching.